What up, though, and welcome to Not What I Ordered with your girl, Barb. This is the podcast where we demystify everyday things, and let's talk about it. We're talking about the truths we're living and the lies we're sold, or the lies we're living and the truth we're sold. We don't know which one because today's show is about adulting fails. And let's talk about it with our two guests today. We got my boy Willie Mack and my girl Courtney B. Willie Mack, you can see him on Comics Unleashed, and he's traveling all across the country. And of course, your girl Courtney B. wilding out, playing spades with Nick Cannon, which I don't know if they really be winning on the show, but she's doing her thing. And let's check out, before we get into talking to them, a little bit about what they have to say, because they're funny.
You know what? That's my issue with dating right now, is that the men are not meaning the way that they used to men when I was growing up. I'm 39, okay? When I was growing up, niggas used to know how to change your oil. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is on the internet crying, okay? You get what I'm saying? Niggas is getting their nails done. You know what I mean? They getting their nails done. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Niggas got purses now. You seen the men with the purses, right? They call it a merce, but baby, it's a purse. You know what I mean?
Satch.
And I'm a simple type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just simply want a man with a wallet. You get what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? Remember when they used to make wallets, just plain old leather wallet? Nigga used to put it in his back pocket. You know what I mean? It used to be thick because it actually had money in it. You get what I'm saying? I even take a nigga with a Velcro wallet, you know? What I wouldn't give to hear that sound. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that no more. They don't do that with niggas no more.
Well, we're going to talk about what they do these days in a minute, but let's see what Willie Mack has to say.
I was talking to my doctor. They gave me this sleeping med, and they asked me, they was like, Willie, do you have suicidal thoughts? I said, yeah. I just know not to do it. Like, do I think about it? Fuck yeah, man. Just a little, I would never hang myself. As a black man, they can't. Willie hung himself on a tree? What the fuck? The white ancestors in him is strong.
It's Not What I Ordered, and we would like to welcome Courtney B. and Willie Mack to the show. What up, though, y'all?
What up, though? Hey. We in here.
We in here. Thank you for coming out. And we're talking adulting fails, okay? And the first thing I want to jump into, because we're all adults here, obviously. Do adults self-sabotage? Is self-sabotage a real thing?
Yeah. You self-sabotage because it helps sometimes build your defense mechanisms, whether that's good or bad. Because self-sabotage could be something where someone's like, this situation's too good, I'm not used to it, I'm too, whatever, then they self-sabotage. Sometimes self-sabotage is like, I need to restart on everything, so I'm gonna blow everything up to force me to get to another level of where I need to be at.
Sometimes I think we like the plot. You know, so you be like, fuck it, I just want to see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might fuck my shit up just to see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Am I gonna cry? Am I gonna be mad? Am I gonna be stressed? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let me just see what's gonna happen. So yeah, I mean, you know, and it's not until you really get into the thick of life that you realize just how toxic you just
Okay.
You be like, it might be me.
Okay. So is being toxic fun? Because you hear a lot of people say what they don't like, but then I know in today's culture, it's like toxic. That's fun. A toxic love. You got songs about being toxic.
Yeah.
It's a little, it's a ride. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to go on no roller coaster ride that ain't got no ups and downs. Ain't nobody sitting up there going on the carousel because they like going around and around. Nah, you want to get on the damn Raptor. You want to go upside down and around and up and down, and you know what I'm saying. You want to walk away with an experience. You know what I'm saying? And in those experiences, you always learn. So I think that's why toxicity is just a little fun.
There's everything that's toxic for us is good.
Okay.
Sugars.
Oh, it's so good.
You better stop eating those sugars.
When you mean good, you mean as far as the feeling and the taste.
feeling,
Because
the
good
taste.
is not always internally
exactly.
They say sugar is worse than like crack.
They say that, but I don't want to find out. I'm going to stick to my sugar.
right. So, Willie, it sounds like you have some experience with toxic. Tell me a time when you were toxic.
Well, toxic comes in different levels.
That's true.
Someone's like, ooh, this, I'm done. Someone's like, we just got started. Like, most toxic thing I've ever done. I'm a passive-aggressive guy.
Oh, I hate you.
I know.
Jesus.
I hate me too.
It's an adulting
I
fail.
hate passive aggressive men. Those are the worst.
They are the
It's not what I ordered.
Yeah, it's
It's not what I ordered. So I was talking to this chick in St. Louis. She said she never never been to California. I said, oh, I'm out here. Come on. So now this was my boy's home girl.
You paying for her flight?
Nah, I ain't paying for her flight.
Ladies, if he not paying for the flight, please don't get on the
It's
plane.
a toxic story, Courtney. Come
I'm
on,
sorry.
Willie.
I didn't want her. I didn't tell her to come.
Okay.
She's like, I'm coming. I was like, all right, cool.
I hate that you keep saying that.
What?
I'm coming and she coming. And like, come on, just tell the story without saying that.
Okay. She came out here.
Gang.
Past tense.
3 weeks into staying, I'm like,
for 3 weeks?
3 weeks
Who the fuck do
into
that? She
staying.
ain't got no job.
I was like, when do you go back to St. Louis?
No, for real.
She's like, no, I'm moving out here. What?
It's not what you ordered.
It's not what I ordered. I faked a move to get out of this situation.
You're lying.
Swear to you, put this on everything. I bought a U-Haul truck. I said, I wish I would have known. I told her I wish I would have known because I'm moving back to St. Louis because it's expensive. She's like, dang. She's like, well, I'll leave when you leave. I packed this U-Haul truck with my boxes, dropped her off at a friend's house in Inland Empire, came back to my apartment, unpacked those boxes.
You're insane.
I think that I wasn't even expect. That was off the
That's
Richter.
crazy as
That was
hell.
off the Richter. Was it a $19.99 U-Haul or was it the $49.99? Because you paid per mile. Because you know a U-Haul is per. So you didn't just pay the base rate.
Every penny.
And it wasn't even like you dropped her off from LA to Pasadena. You took her to the IE. Rancho Cucamonga.
I put some money on this. Sanity.
Okay.
Was she living with you for these 3 weeks?
Yes. She was right there.
Whew.
And then after that, you know, the first week was cool. Second week is like,
Okay, bitch,
what's
when you leave.
Ooh, then I don't know if he can. I don't know if Courtney could beat that. Courtney toxic story.
So this is my type of toxic. I do like petty shit, right? So I'm moving out of my nigga house, right? And I ended up going to the grocery store and getting a bunch of fish and putting it all over his crib. So I put it under the refrigerator. I put it in the vents. I put it up under the sofa. I put it in places where you would have to move, like under the oven, all the way in the back. You would have to move your appliances in order to get to the fish. That nigga shit was bumped.
Wow. And so is there...
Go ahead and bring a bitch in here next week if you want to.
Ooh, it's BV all through the thing.
Oh.
So let me say this. It sounds like one of the adulting fails that you guys have had is cohabitating.
oh.
So are we giving cohabitating a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Thumbs
Cohabitating is good when it's good, but it's bad when it's bad.
And I think as a kid, we always think growing up as an adult, we gonna be living with our boo and all of this. Now we're going to our Facebook comments. We ask people, at what age did you move out of your parents' home? Right? Let's see what they had to say. So one said 18, 25, 26, and 29. I had a couple setbacks, but I'm cool now. Shout out to De Niro. Another one, Carl Butler says, true story. I was 17 and my mom had me help her move. When I picked a room, she said, "You not moving with me." I was wondering why they didn't load my stuff up. Sound like a Willie Mack situation. Last but not least, my girl April J say, I was a teenager, like a dummy head, wanted to be grown instead of staying in a child's place. I wish I would have stayed to at least 25. And now we have a question that we asked D-Lo on the streets. So we have a segment where we go out into the streets and we're asking questions. And the question that we asked, our first question for today.
At what age did you move out and do you regret it?
Shit, man, I'm from the ghetto, so my mama was like, shit.
You gotta go.
Once I started learning how to cook on my own, she was like, shit, he gotta go.
To be honest, I still got the keys. You know what I mean? I got my own place, but I left. What did I? Oh, my mother kicked me out at about 20.
I kicked you out.
Well, because I was going to college, and me and my best friend, we was both going to college, but we was cutting school. So my mother was like, "You need to go to LA and live with your brother
And get your life together.
Yeah, get my life together." And I did not, because I started working on a scary movie and my wife and kids, and I was getting fucked up.
Okay.
I went back for one summer, and it didn't feel the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what? Having somebody telling you what to do, and you all up in somebody's stuff. It's like, man, this is crazy. I would just have my own shit.
When I left home, I was like 20.
Okay.
Because I went to the service.
Okay.
I'm a veteran.
God bless, yes.
I'm a veteran.
Okay.
So I went to Germany. I learned how to speak German.
Wow.
And
Dankeschön.
bitteschön, immer nur, weil ich kann das machen.
Oh, je ne parle le français, non, jamais. Oh, tu te parlais, non. Hold on, see, no.
I'm speaking French.
Oh
the other
my
one's
God,
speaking
that's
German.
amazing.
I like that.
I love that.
I left home at 21.
Okay.
And then I turned my ass right back around. I said, I can't do this.
I understand.
I can't do this. It's expensive.
It's expensive.
You know what?
Yeah.
And if you can, stay with your parents for as long as you can.
Period.
Because honestly, it's ghetto out here. It's like $2 million for a studio. What? Robbery.
Shout out to everybody who answered our poll question. So, Willie Mack, at what age did you move out?
I moved out at 20. I came to LA chasing a female that I thought I was in love with.
It's not the girl that you moved out with the U-Haul, right? Okay.
No. That was later in life. But yeah, this was 20-year-old Willie. He was in love with this chick. She was a model in St. Louis. She wanted to come out here and model. And I'm like, Came out here. She found out that LA models and St. Louis models are two different models. She ends up moving back. I stayed out here. And soon after, my son moved out here with his mom. And yeah. But I was going to run away from home at 16. When I found out that my son was being born, I knew I was going to get in trouble. Because I'm a preacher's kid. I'm from the South. I'm going to embarrass the family and all of that. And so I was like, I wrote them a letter at like 3 a.m. And I'm packing myself up in the car, and I slide the letter under the door. And my mom, as I'm going downstairs, she sleeps through everything, tornadoes, everything. As I go downstairs to get the last thing, and I'm coming back upstairs, she's sitting in the kitchen like, I woke up and I found this letter and read it. This is how she found out that I had a kid. Because I was going to run away because I'm like, I must be an adult now because I had a baby. But that doesn't make an adult. I just was older and I just did it. It's not hard to make a kid. It's it's all it takes to create this.
That's crazy. And I think that's another adulting fail that maybe we have sometimes, and even communicating to that younger generation. Because I do agree. I know some people under 18 that I feel are adult. They're adult-like. Maybe they have that mindset. You have a lot of younger people that are taking care of their parents, either their grandparents, and they've been that care provider. And then, like you say, you may have somebody 34, 35, and they still living in the basement. Okay, so first let me ask you this, Courtney. At what age did you move out?
What age did I move out? I moved out at 17.
Okay.
So when I graduated from high school, I went straight to college, and then I never went back. My mama didn't let me go back though. So when I moved from when I went to college, my mama ended up moving to Kansas City. Now I was born and raised in Detroit, so she moved to Kansas City, which is where she was born and raised. So she went back home, and she knew that I wasn't going back to
you didn't want to go back to Kansas.
I wasn't going to no Kansas City, and she didn't want me to necessarily go back to Detroit because she wanted me to just kind of explore the world and kind of live a bigger life.
Wow.
So she didn't. She was like, I'm not staying in Detroit because I know her ass to come back to Detroit, and then whatever happened to happen. So I was like, all right, well. So I've been out the house the whole time, but. Let me say this. The first time that I did really feel grown, I paid my rent on my own. Okay. I was in New York, and I remember
At what age was that?
That had to have been like, 28, 29 probably. And I literally, I was grown as hell, but I was struggling so tough. I always had to ask for some money. My mama would help me so much with money. And so it wasn't until I had a job, I was working at Instacart. And Instacart was paying at the time, so I was balling. And so I was able to I remember going to get that money order, and it felt so good. I think I even put it on my Facebook status. I was like, I paid my rent for the very first time without having to ask my mama for no help, no nothing.
So when you moved out at 17, your mom basically financed the move out.
Oh yeah, my mom was she gave me an allowance every month.
How much was your allowance, if you don't mind us asking?
It was like $1,200 or something, and then she would give me extra money, and then we would kind of budget it out. Okay, this is for rent, this is for groceries, this is for that, and she paid for my car and everything. She paid for everything. Okay. Shout out to my mama because she was a real one. My mama spoiled me. I remember my best friend's cousin told me. She said, "Don't ever get a man that don't spoil you like your mama do," and I never understood that concept until like a couple of years ago. I was like, bitch, you've been playing yourself this entire time.
The entire time.
Like, if a man can't come into your life and, like, step in the way that your mama or, whoever takes care of you does, you really don't need to be fucking with her.
I think it's such an interesting concept to hear everybody's concept on adulting because somebody like me who has been doing it for so long.
For yourself.
Yeah, and I won't say for myself because I had a great dad, but my dad lost his kidneys when I was 12. So that was actually when I was 9, but he had his first kidney transplant when I was 12. So then I became more of a nurse figure in that and more of a caretaker figure. Then I had my little brother and sister who I had to provide for it. Then I went to college by myself. I had to figure that, caught a bus there, got dropped off, never even been to New Orleans. I had to figure that out. Then I had got my own apartment out there. I think at 19, me and my best friend got a place, had to figure that out, didn't have a car. So I didn't necessarily, and I have a great family, bigger family, but it was a lot of decisions I had to make on my own. So when it came to me dating, I have never really dated anybody that could not do. And when I say could not do anything for me, like right now, very independent, but I'm just so used to it. Yeah. I'm used to a man kind of stepping in a provider role, maybe because it was a necessity probably for me. And that's just the way I was raised. I hate to say I was raised by a lot of drug dealers and hood people, and we just always was raised that a man do, take care of, buy, and that's just what I'm used to.
And see, my mama was so independent that it was, you need to be an independent woman. So don't be taken from no man, because then a man gonna want something from you.
And what's so crazy is I still was taught the independence.
Yeah.
And a part of the independence is this person should not be laying up, humping on you, breathing on you, and this soap costs this much, and you still gotta eat after, and you still want to do whatever habits you got after. What you look like standing at the bus stop hungry after somebody been humping on you all night. Agree. And that was just something that, like, some people was instilling ABC. My mama was like, if you want to stop somebody from kick them in the knee, break their leg, and then if somebody wants something from you, you get this. Or even my dad, I watched him take care of women, even though as far as from a being faithful standpoint, I ain't see that part. So, adulting just looks so different.
Yeah.
Did y'all do what y'all's mom said do?
What do you mean?
Like when she's like, "Do not do this, do not do that, do not, do not, do not." Did y'all follow through with that?
I kind of followed it. I followed through a lot, and I hate that. Me and her talk about it now because I have a different perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't think you should have taught me that independence so much. Because number one, men need to be needed. That's like a whole thing for men. And then when I take that away with my independence, then they like, well, shit, she don't need me anyway. He moved the fuck on. So I just had to learn all of these things as I got older. So now we do have those conversations of, Mom, I'm taking this money from this nigga. Yes, Ma. He paying for this. He paying for that.
Though, to not really, because I think a lot of times our parents and us as well, we give a perspective from what we know.
Right.
So like, for instance, if your mom, for her being an adult, or maybe a guy took advantage of her, and I have had that situation happen. So to be honest, I don't think I would ever let a man fully take care of me everything because I've been in that situation. And your mom is right.
I think it kick you
now
out.
I'm at, well, baby girl gonna keep her on as well. I've always had that perspective, but I've also had it where I've been at a deficit because now we going through this and I done accumulated this and those things together. Let me ask you this, Willie Mack. Do you miss anything about living at home with your parents?
Yeah. Free rent.
Hello?
But at the same time, I wouldn't feel like an adult even if that was the case. Like, I feel like I'm at the age where I feel like that would be taking advantage of.
Okay.
And I'm not that type of guy. Like, I've been in situations where, like, I could have done this if I would have done that, but that's not the type of guy that I am, and I am okay with going through some of these life situations because where I want to go, I feel like I gotta go through some bullshit. I have a tattoo on my arm that says, "Life is a tragedy for those who feel and a comedy for those who think." That's when I felt like I started adulting, is when I started looking at life through different lenses versus my own, like, now I'm kind of like, I try to look at it from different perspectives, and because everything my parents taught me, my dad taught me, a lot of it was wrong. I never spanked my son. I never got smarter because I got spanked. I find out later I have ADHD, all the little blah, 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 blahs. And it was just like, no, he just needed to be beat. So now that's something that I'm like, I'm going to leave these things over here and I'm going to raise my son like this because me telling him I like to create stories and art, that's not what you're going to do. You're going to be a lawyer. I was going to school to be a lawyer before I got into comedy and all of this.
You look like a lawyer, Willie.
Thank you.
He look like he could win a case.
It's giving lawyer. It's giving, you did it, but I'm going to get you off. Yeah.
Call now. But
1-800-223-3322.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that entire number.
I was going to steal the other people's number. I'm like, they ain't paid us no sponsorship. Let me add a 3 in there.
But yeah, so I feel like because of that, I've created a variation of me that I wish I was. I wish I was pushed up into my arts, and like I do my son, and like he's dope. I told him maybe 3 days ago that I was thoroughly impressed by him. I'm like, there's been some years where I was like, whew. But like lately, he's been doing some really smart shit. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's happening.
I think that also shows, because you said something that's critical. I see some people say, well, I was raised that way, so this is all I know. And then you see some people become an adult and say, these are the things that I didn't like about the way I was raised, and these are the things I wish I would change. Courtney, let me ask you this. Do you see a difference in that perspective, and which one of those do you take? I'm going with the way I was raised, or as I see some things that I didn't like, we're going to alter those things?
I like the way I was raised, and I actually got my ass beat. But I also wasn't a bad kid, but I wasn't the greatest kid. I think that, kids that just bad as hell need their ass beat. But you got to be clear, I worked in the schools. So I have dealt with the parents that don't check in on their kids. I've dealt with the parents that don't come to a parent-teacher conference. They don't know what their kids got going on. Them kids need their ass beat, okay? So I do think that soft parenting is interesting. I think that yeah, I would go. Like, I enjoyed my upbringing. My mom did not spare the ride, but she also definitely, taught me so many things. So I wouldn't mind teaching my child or raising my child in the way that my mom has, but also giving them some of the newer perspectives that I have.
So you would spank your child?
Oh, hell yeah. I beat my kid ass.
Wow.
I'm one of them.
Listen, as a prior Children's Protective Services worker on Not What I Ordered, we do not condone violence towards any kids. Courtney B does, by the way.
Amen.
I have a few
I
more
can't
things
wait to see these soft ass kids, how they deal with this earth. So these soft ass kids, they gonna be crying every 5 minutes.
I got a boo-boo.
Let me tell you, these new adults, they gonna be soft as fuck. Y'all making some soft ass
We can't
kids.
just say the new adults. Let me ask you guys this real quick, right? Remember the basement uncle, the basement brother. Is that really a life hack? Because that's the person who stayed at home, continued to use the resources, maybe had to stay in the basement. As an adult now, as a kid, we was like, oh, that's the basement brother. Is this the basement brother uncle? Was that really a life hack?
No, it's only a life hack if he was building or growing or doing something. He was just mooching off of the resources that were already there.
But he wasn't paying anything, living free.
Yeah, no, that's a bum.
Okay, that's a bum. But some people, hey.
A life hack,
Is he sick?
Is
He
also,
helping take care of grandma. You know the story.
No, it's an embarrassment.
Okay.
Right?
It's an embarrassment. But it is a life hack still. It's just not the life hack I would have chose.
Okay.
There's
Or
a
any man
lot of them.
should choose. Why would a man choose that?
Yeah.
As a man.
I mean, you got to think about it. It's
I'm
some
with
people
you.
who stay incarcerated because it's too much for them to think about what to do every day, all day. So that's another conversation. But
that's real, because I watch a lot of Love After Lockup. But
Baby.
I think that's a weak ass mentality.
But that's not the same as the mama's basement.
Staying incarcerated just because you like the resources is a little like.
I mean, but it happens.
on.
It happens with the basement brother too. So listen, it's time for another D-Lo on the streets.
Going on, D-Lo. First of all, y'all didn't see the pregame, but she pulled this out from her titties.
Indeed.
So, had the nerve to do this. Here you go, baby.
Here you go.
Well,
Do it
what
on
else
there
you got
for you.
there?
Some little Don Julio acting Foolio, but we're going to save that for after the show.
Yes.
So real quick, Sean.
Yep.
At what age did you really feel like you were an adult?
Ooh. What age did I feel? Well, probably when I was born, because my mother's only 2 years older than me. So I was taking care of myself. I was in the kitchen helping her. My mother had 2 kids by the age of 3. Okay?
When I first needed some help with my rent, I missed my first rent, and they gave me a 3-day notice, and I was like, that should get real.
That's what you said. That's the adult is real.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because it happens.
So I want to say that happened to me when I was like 30.
Okay. I would say 40. Okay.
17, I got my first car, you know what I'm saying? And, as a man, you driving, you got some wheels, you know what I'm saying? I was out here.
Well, I was 16 and I'd hit about 8 girls when I was 16. So I felt like I was a man then. And then the girls that I was messing with turned me on to another sweetness of life. They wanted a pimp.
I don't feel like one right now. What are we talking about? I'm a big ass kid for real.
Are you?
It's ghetto. They let me drive.
Oh,
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
I've been in 3 car accidents. They were all my fault.
Don't tell nobody else.
She just admitted to it.
Shout out to D-Lo on the streets. And don't forget, if you want to join the conversation, you can follow us and go answer one of our questions to possibly be a part of the show and have your comment read live on air, right? So listen, at what age are you really grown, Courtney?
I don't feel like I'm really grown. I don't got no kids.
Okay.
I ain't got no husband, so I ain't got to take care of nobody but myself. So that because I have nothing to manage and I manage myself, I still feel like I'm a child. I still ask my mama for money. My mama still send me money. My mama still pay my phone bill. My mama still buy me pennies. I got full coverage pennies right now. My mama still buy my bras. She tell me when I need new bras. So I'm very much, I'm grown, but I'm not grown. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. And when my husband come, that's when he'll take over
Amen.
her stuff. You know what I'm saying? He'll pay my phone. He'll buy my underwear.
All of it.
He'll just take care. That's how he rolls into the role.
So hold on.
this
So
for
he'll
today.
buy your underwear. And to me, that's what's so crazy because I think being adult means something different to so many people.
Yeah.
A lot of times we judge it by age, okay? When this person is 18, 19, 21. But what you're saying, Courtney, is it's by where you are in life. Because you big grown.
Yeah.
Well, big grown in age, but you still feel like kids.
Well, I mean, I just don't have the responsibilities that a lot of my counterparts have. A lot of my friends have children, so that makes them adults. They have to be adults. They raising somebody. You gotta kind of be responsible. I don't have to be responsible. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's smart to be responsible, but I don't. Like, if I don't eat, don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? Or if I eat ramen noodles 5 days in a row, that's me being grown. I can sit on my couch right now and not move an inch for 4 days. And it won't matter. Whereas real adults, they go and they got 9 to 5s and they, they have like these like responsible lives. I don't pay for a car note. I don't pay car insurance. Shout out to Nick Cannon. I don't pay for, I just have a very childlike free kind of existence, which I kind of like. And typically the way that life, I guess, technically was supposed to go, the way that society was kind of doing it was like you would stay with your parent until you was however old, then you would find your mate, and then they would take over whatever responsibilities that parent had, right? And so, like I said, hopefully my husband he take over all the responsibilities, go ahead and pay the rent, go ahead and pay, you know what I'm saying? Hold it down, POP. So he got his work cut out for him.
Woo, yes, he does.
My son is 24.
You do not have a son.
I do. I have a son, 24. And
how old are you?
25. 40. I'm 40.
Yeah, you and Shantae at 2. Shout out to Shantae Wayans.
And there was a period where I was mad at him because he wasn't getting a job, he wasn't whatever, and I thought he was at the age that because I moved out at 18. I started living in California from the South at 20 by myself. So when he got to that, I put my own standards of what I thought an adult was and into him. And my mom was like, even though he at the time was 20, she was like, he's really 14. You got to treat him like that because I got him late and whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, man, there is no right age. What there are, I feel, are levels. Like if you collect this many badges, then now you've gone up to a level. It's like little badges you get from like Boy Scout, Girl Scouts. And so now you've gone into Eagle Scouts. And now Eagle is like the ones like, okay, I think I'm adulting. I've adulted. I'm still adulting, and we are because we live in a ever-changing life. So what adulting was then is not now. The bar keeps changing. Somebody else's decision influences ours. Trump makes this decision, and now everything that I thought we was going to be able to do, I thought, shit. It's an ever-changing variable.
And I agree with that you made a key point, Willie, in that adulting to me changes. For instance, back in the day, who thought that Tupac was 24 or 25?
Right.
Or Martin Luther King was 24 and 25. They were in their 20s doing these things. They had been adults since 13. I even think about myself growing up and how I was talking about the street lights. You know what I mean? Your mama and daddy did not know what you were doing all day as long as you was back before the street lights. Right. I came back with smoke on me, back burnt. But guess what? That street light was on. I was home. I was self-guided throughout the day. Whereas I feel like today's youth, they are having a hard time with being self-guided or getting where they need to get without us. So do you think that today's world is increasing? Do you have to be older? Is getting adult, how do I word this? Does it take longer to be an adult now?
I think these kids are way more advanced than we were as kids because they have the internet, so they know more about sex. They know more about emotional intelligence. They know more about just adult shit that they really should know nothing about. But I think it's very interesting because, you know, I worked in schools a lot. And when I was growing up, we didn't have the internet. We had nothing. We just went from, you know, the house to the school, and you knew your teachers and you knew your parents and you knew whatever was going on at your home. You didn't have a lot of outside influences unless you had cable and stuff like that, which my mama never got me cable. I only had PBS.
Okay. Well, your mama paying for it now.
Yeah,
you might not have had cable now. She buying your drawers now. It's okay that you didn't watch no Nickelodeon, you know?
So, yeah, the kids today, I think they're just way more advanced than we ever were. So I think that they're actually rushing into adulthood faster than they really should be, in my opinion. I think they need to slow their asses down. It just, adulthood is not even it, really. Yeah. I would love to be in my mama's house.
There's a quote, hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. It's saying that, like, we're in this generational thing where what our parents went through. Like, my dad picked cotton at 13. Like, he was a sharecropper. I thought that shit stopped back. Nah, I was like, what?
I tell people this all the time.
We not that
I
far
put a
from
timeline up, right? It's only been 61 years since Jim Crow.
Yeah.
So that's in a lot of people's lifetime. And then you think once something starts, it's still residual effects.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
We dealt with those residual effects.
That's true.
So now he teaches me like this, and this is what a man never man.
Man, man.
So what do I do with these emotions when I feel like, and he's like,
don't cry.
Man.
Exactly.
But think about this.
I like your daddy.
I do.
My type of man.
But this how you know that men were different then, because the mustaches were so thick. Yeah. Remember, like now, I'm saying when I look back at a guy and they be like, he was 22, he be looking 50. You think about Cool Mo D with that Colt 45 and that thick mustache. He probably about 22. We thinking Billy 50. You know, he got the chest hairs. They used to be nappy chest hairs. I don't know what that was. Let me ask y'all this. What's something that you couldn't wait to do as a child? I mean, when you were a child, that you couldn't wait to do as an adult, and now you like, I couldn't wait to do that.
Ooh, I couldn't
and this
wait.
some bull.
You know what's okay? Well, you know we from the D.
Yeah.
From Detroit. So,
what up, though?
When we was kids, I remember we would come home because I lived on Jefferson. Jefferson was this popping ass street in the summertime. In the summertime, it used to be bumper to bumper, music blaring, niggas out the window, bitches out the window. It's lit. The city turned. Well, I was a kid, so I'm in the back of my mama Lumina, and you know what I'm saying? I'm watching this shit go down because she's stuck in traffic. She mad as hell. It's all this traffic, and I'm excited because I'm just like, oh, this shit lit. I could not wait to get on Jefferson, right? Yeah. My mama gets a Benz truck, right? I had just turned, I think, 16 or 17. I just got my license and shit. I'm like, Mom, let me get the Benz truck. It's the first day of summer, nigga. It's hot. Everybody on the Jeff. It's lit, right? My mama's like, I don't feel right about it. I'm like, no, Ma, please. I'm responsible. She let me get the Benz truck. My cousin come, my best friend come. We in the Benz truck, nigga. We ride down the Jeff.
Skirt.
Music player. Out the window, talking to niggas.
We feel like we in there.
In there. Man, let me tell you something. We riding down that Jeff. The car in front of me stops abruptly to talk to some bitches. So that means I have to stop abruptly. And then the car behind me did not stop abruptly. He hits the shit out of me.
Damn.
Man, I'm on Jefferson balling. You hear me? Crying. The nigga gets out the car. The nigga that hit me gets out the car and runs on foot. He says, I can't stay. I gotta go. Nigga, I'm a kid. I said, where are you going? So that was the first time that I wanted to do something as an adult, and I did it, and it was just so fucked up.
And shout out to Detroit and Jefferson, because it do be lit. So I can see how you wanted to do that.
I wanted to do that.
I know. So Willie Mac, what's something that when you were a child you couldn't wait to do as an adult, and then you did it, and it's like,
Relationships. I feel like at Little Willie, I always wanted a girlfriend. I thought they was like my moms and dads. It was perfect. So I thought until I got older, and I was like, do they really fuck with each other? Like, just because they married, it doesn't seem happy. Then you hear about, divorce rate is 50%. And it's like, how cocky of me to think that I would be the one to beat the 50%. And not just that, it doesn't mean that the other 50% are even happy. You hear about all these people that divorce in their 60s and 70s right after retirement because they like, I'm over it. I'm like, over it? Dang. So then you start to see how relationships have changed. I was born in Searcy, Arkansas. That's where my parents met. Have y'all ever been there? No one has.
Crazy. Searcy is wild. Ain't that the name on the dragon Game of Thrones? Searcy. Okay. Is it dragons?
It's not. Yeah, there's 2 dragons. They're KKK members. But that's
okay.
That's funny. That's good. That's probably true.
You got to use that. That's a good bit.
And so, yeah, of course they met. Of course, they didn't have...
Oh, you're saying that the optics were that they were going to meet anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're in a small-ass town.
I don't know if they would have been together in today's day.
Okay.
I don't know if my grandparents who met at a diner and they had 0 social media. You had 3 channels. You had I Love Lucy. You had whatever the other couple shows were. So, yeah. Now it's so touch and go, and I'm like, I'm cool right now.
So Big Willie don't want to get married.
Maybe old Willie does.
See,
do you feel like that's an adulting fail though? Like getting to be an adult and actually seeing, like you said, that everything that glitters isn't gold. Because a lot of times we're sold a representation of something. They always say, well, these old school couples, they stuck together. But now that we're adults and we see what it takes to stay together, is that a fail? Are we sold a misconception on that?
I would like to say yes. I would like to say yes because what the idea of marriage is what? What is the idea to have this one person for forever, right? Someone you can get old with, someone that you can die with, but you die at different ages. Like my granddad was 80, my grandma was 100 something. So it's like
grandma had the 20 piece on the granddaddy. Your whole family. Your daddy a real man. Your grandma had 20 years. Give me some hope. Because maybe my husband ain't born yet. Wow. He might not even be here.
I'm screaming. Good night.
I mean, you said 20. I didn't think it was possible. But hey, he might still be in the womb being made just for me.
Funny. I'm gonna get y'all want you to have the updated version.
He's like, let me give you your husband with a phone in his hands.
I was raised by a single mother, so her perspective on relationships and stuff was a little bit more realistic. I think if anybody sold me the dream, it was myself. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I watched the Cosby Show. I watched A Different World. I wanted to be Dwayne and Willie. I wanted to be Claire Huxtable and Heathcliff Huxtable. You know, I wanted to be Khadijah on Living Single.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to live those kinds of lives. So I think I sold myself the dream. My mom has always and still is. She still be like, you ain't gotta have no kids. You ain't gotta get, you know, I'm not begging you to marry nobody because I done seen enough marriages to know that it just ain't it, you know? Or if you want it to be, it can be it. Anytime I get into a relationship, she's always asking me, do you like having him around all the time? Do you enjoy? Because she wants me to be in touch with my feelings and my emotions, because a lot of times women will literally lose themselves in a man and they have not even thought about it.
We romanticize.
You ain't even thought about yourself.
Like you was just saying, it's not sometimes the reality.
Yeah.
I think even when you think about the fairy tale love, even as kids, cartoons, you think about Aladdin or you think about
Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas.
Yeah. And you know, I can be a maid and then meet a prince and he could give me a kiss and change my life, or all those things that we romanticize and not really preparing for what the adulting part of that relationship really is. So let me ask you this. So just you were saying about marriage. Do you believe in marriage, and would you get married, Willie?
And what you just said even earlier about the romanticizing, men romanticize or fantasize as well. It's just a different fantasy than what you would
What's
want.
your fantasy?
Well, I was just about to ask.
Maybe the fantasy is, oh, I would love to just fuck her and then she go away for
Okay.
Or
Or we could pack her up in the U-Haul. We could drive her to the IE.
Oh, I slept on the U-Haul too.
We passed the IE. We gonna take her to Houston.
I can't
and
wait.
And then, we gonna fly back this time. We might even let her keep a couple boxes. Courtney, do you believe in marriage and would you get married?
I do believe in marriage. I believe that love is real. I believe in whatever is worked on. Now, I do believe that people change. I do understand divorce. I do understand separation. I do understand those concepts. But I do think if you have two people that are intentionally willing and ready to work on a marriage and work together to make that marriage work, it can last forever and it can be something beautiful. The reality is that people go into marriages thinking that marriage is going to be one way or that way the entire time, and the reality is you're two different people and you're constantly changing. So you have to really be honest about yourself on whether you will be okay with how the person is going to change throughout those years and be open to what those changes look like. Now, if you decide not to, that's on you. But I am about to be 40 years old, so I think I've given myself enough time to really be with myself and figure some stuff out. So now when I do get married, when my husband does come, I can consciously say, hey, I'm ready to do this with you. I'm ready to, do the work and, you know what I'm saying? Kind of do it.
So the answer is yes. Willie, we still don't know. The jury is out.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe in it. I see it. I will get married one day just out of the hee-hees and ha-has. I'm like, what y'all, let me see what these folks been doing.
You're not serious about it.
I'm
you
not.
But you want somebody to wipe your ass when you... See, I don't got no kids.
But now that we
somebody got to wipe my ass.
So let me say this.
Let me say this. I don't got no kids.
I think the robots is taking the pressure off of that part. Because let me tell you something. Men don't wipe their own butt good. You think he gonna wipe your butt good? You think he gonna get in the cheeks? But my robot got me all up in there, baby.
Robot fingers in your ass, girl. He gonna get in your booty hole.
He gotta be in your butt anyway. I'm going to move on. Listen, before we end this conversation, let's get off into some adulting fails in the real world as far as relationships. And Courtney B has a hilarious series, so let's tune in.
Now, y'all told me that I couldn't find my husband in the club, so that I needed to go to different places. So I went to industry night. Let me tell y'all what I found. I found this nigga in a Pooh Shiesty mask and a purse. Okay. And what are those? This nigga got on a Snuggie. He took his Snuggie and turned it into a sweatshirt. And talk about a slim fit. Back streets back, all right. Hey, y'all, this nigga think he need no brown. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change, head ass nigga. Okay, Nino, I see you. Now, y'all, this nigga fine, big, and tall with Christmas-themed leggings. This nigga said, 'tis the season. Now, y'all, I can't even front. He cute. He really is cute. But these pants, he's a material girl. Now, y'all, my name is Courtney B, and I'm out in these streets, so you don't have to be. Go ahead and get under the covers, rub your feet together, and get comfy, honey. Turn on Love After Lockup. Because, baby, the streets is dead, okay?
All right, Courtney. So, very hilarious. But isn't it an adulting fail that we judge when we first come out, or is it just what it is? Because I saw Merce's, we're talking about the changes and what being a man, masculinity,
and femininity.
What adulting looks like now.
Oh, can we talk about that?
Come on, Willie. Willie, let's see what you got to say.
What you got to say?
The blend is happening.
What is the blend? Are you saying that women...
It's blending. The same rules that applied back then don't apply now. It's blending.
So you're saying masculine and females or women are becoming more masculine.
And men are becoming more, quote unquote, what y'all like to say, feminine.
Androgynous.
No, it's feminine.
But
so do you feel like right now, today's society is becoming androgynous, where instead of having differences amongst each other, we're kind of flowing into each other as a whole?
It
was a more divide.
Society is soft.
Okay.
I'm not taking it from there.
Hold on, let me say this.
I agree.
Courtney,
you agree with me, right? Society is mad soft.
I'm trying to have my journalistic integrity, and you're over here soft.
They soft.
It used to be this and that. Mm-hmm. It used to be man and it used to be woman. It was a divide. Now, with laws, with rules from both sides happening, there is a blend that's happening. It's
well,
just,
I think, okay, let me tell you why the blend is happening, okay? The blend is happening because the men ain't men in the way that the men's supposed to men. The man's supposed to lead. The man's supposed to be the man.
Mm-hmm.
If the man was the man, the women wouldn't have to go into the manly. Because the men were doing their job. But men are moisturized now. Their hands don't have no calluses on them. Men, look at them. Look at them nice ass hands he got.
And then
but I can also
nice
work on the engine.
Damn, that's some soft skin on his hands. Ain't nobody picking up no wood.
I mean, he got his work boots on.
No axes.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Mm-hmm. It's hard to. The purpose of leading, hopefully, is so that you drink the water. You like, I don't want that water. Now I don't want to take you to the water no more, because now we in the debate of sometimes, like I've heard people like which way they turn the toilet paper roll. And it's like, you're supposed to turn it this way. You don't turn it that way. That's an argument people are having.
That's true. But that's just dumb arguments. What I'm saying is, if the man was manning.
What's a man manning? Give me an example of what a man manning is.
Okay, a man manning is a building house.
Building house.
Lumberjack.
Spending
Spending time at Home Depot. When was the last time you spent time at Home Depot?
Oh, pretty often, but that's
really?
I have a construction company.
Hold on. Shut up.
I do.
So they got a U-Haul company at Home Depot. So that's where Willie be hanging when he dropping women's off.
I had an HGTV show. Me and my brother fix homes in St. Louis.
Okay, he don't count.
I knew you from somewhere, Willie.
Yeah.
Y'all be doing the trap doors in the cribs, right? Okay, no. Different show. But listen, this is not what I ordered. Of course, this episode is adulting fails. We could go on and on and on and on. But guess what, y'all? We love to end the show with our game. I shouldn't say this, right? Which is hot takes. And y'all controversial. So this gives our guests an opportunity to say whatever it is that they want to say. Courtney, I shouldn't say this, but.
Probably that just everybody, the society is just so soft. It's probably the thing that I shouldn't say, because it's not politically correct to call everybody soft. And to say that you'll beat your kid ass. That's probably not the best thing that you should say on a podcast. But if I do happen to have a kid and that kid want to act a fucking fool at school, I will sit in his classroom and I will beat his ass, because that's what my mama did. She didn't beat my ass at school, but she sat in my classroom. And then after school,
I ain't gonna lie, your mama look like she put down a mean
But
one,
you know what's
baby.
funny about her though? She don't remember none of the shit. She don't remember nothing. She got amnesia like a motherfucker. She be like, I don't remember that, Courtney. Stop telling people that. Girl. So, yeah.
Willie Mack, I shouldn't say this, but.
I shouldn't say this, but I believe marriage is a scam.
Now, see.
It's his turn, Courtney. Now, let Willie say his thing.
Why is it a scam, though?
See, because he about to use you.
It's just these women.
What about us women?
Ooh, I'm gonna start rating them from like Courtney B. I'm like, ooh, you got a little extra Courtney in you.
Oh my God. This is not what I ordered with your girl T-Barb. This is the lies we're sold and the truth we're living. And of course, we just lived in our truth. Guys, can you tell them where they can follow you and what you have coming up next?
Follow me on everything, Willie Mack, WILLIEMACC. I got a lot coming up next, so whenever you see this, just follow me. You'll see it. So, yeah.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow me at The Real Courtney B. You can follow me everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all those things. I just did my first special, which I'm so excited about. That's going to be releasing on the LOL network, so make sure y'all look out for that. Also, Netflix's Joker's coming up. I'm going to be performing with that. And yeah, there's so much more. So yeah, just stay tuned. Make sure y'all follow.
Just make sure y'all follow. Thank you guys so much. And normally it's not what I ordered, but today I ordered you guys. And of course, we love to end the show my way with things that get on my nerves personally. And you know what's getting on my nerves this week? Negativity. I talk about it every week, but this week in particular, I do not like when you cannot share good news with other people, and it's getting on my nerves. Sometimes people are not bragging. Sometimes you really have worked hard. Sometimes you really have persevered. Sometimes it's blood, sweat, and tears. You've been crying. People don't know. Everything looks easy to the next person because you're not doing it. You're just watching, so you don't get to see everything. So when that person says hooray, shouts out loud, or that person comes in with good self-esteem, I feel good about myself. Who are we to say, who does she think she is? Here she come bragging again. No, she's not bragging. No, he's not bragging. He's overcome a lot in his life. She's overcome a lot in her life. She was just living in her car. Now she got her first place. Yeah, she want to show her place. Yeah, this person was just on the bus. Even if they weren't on the bus, hell, if they whole life they've been in a limousine, what difference does it make? We are allowed to celebrate our wins. We celebrate our failures. We talk about our failures all day. So allow people to celebrate their wins. If it's something you can't handle, walk into the next room. Don't turn your nose up. Sometimes you don't have to listen or give a little smile, even if it's not how you're feeling. But stop raining on people's parade, because when it's your turn, you want the sun to come out. That's right, and it's not what I ordered. I'm T Barb. Make sure you tap in with us. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.